Hey guys, it's your inner chakras. Welcome back to my channel. This is actually going to be some shadow work for the Divine Feminine. You know, I did some shadow work yesterday for the Divine Masculine, but it's so, oh my gosh, that's loud. But it's so deep when you read from that book there. So I told myself only do like 1 or 2 a day. So feminine, this is going to be your shadow work, our shadow work. And I'm going to ask the cards, excuse me, what is the connection? What is connecting you to this Divine Masculine? Like, what is keeping you there? Even after everything that he's put you through, after the stress, after the hurt, after the ups and downs, you know, the lies, any secrets, or just not communicating at all. Like, what is drawing you to this Divine Masculine, and what is keeping you there? Okay, guys, you know they say this deck is a mother sucker. So let's see. I think I'm going to need 3 cards. Okay, wait a minute. Spirit. For the collective of Divine Feminines, what is the energy that is connecting them to their Divine Masculine? What is drawing them in, Spirit? What is making them stay in this connection, Spirit? What is causing them to endure, Spirit? What is allowing them to wait and be patient, Spirit? Give me the shadow work of these Divine Feminines. What is the connection that they feel with this Divine Masculine Spirit? What are these connections? What are their deepest feelings that they have with these Divine Masculine? What is bonding them, Spirit? What are the ties that bind? Okay. Wow. So the first card that came out is Hiding Your True Self, which is number 14. The second card is Envious Gluttony, which is a number 9. And the third card is Downcast Pride, which is number 20. And I know yesterday when I did the Divine Masculine, he also had Downcast Pride, and he had it, if I'm not mistaken, in the same position. I'm actually going to go back and look that up. Alright, so Divine Feminine, this is what's drawing you to your masculine and what's keeping you there. Alright, let me go to number 14. I have to read from the book here, guys, because I don't know any other way to explain these cards. So we're going to go with it so we can get to the soul of it all. So one of the reasons why you're with this masculine is you're at a stage of acceptance. Hiding is keeping things inside. Lack of trust becomes lack of hope. So there must be a limit. So it says you could be in front of the mirror, or you could hide behind the mirror, yet you choose to be the mirror. Hiding is a survival instinct. Do you want to be honest and truly be yourself? Very few people will accept you then. You are too complicated to be comfortable, too contradictory to be easy, too exceptional to be believed, too plain to be considered. You can be the sun, you can be the moon, you can be the door, you can be the road, you can be the butterfly and the brick. Maybe the question is not if, but when. Sometimes real solitude is when there is not a right moment to be yourself, and not the right person, and neither the right way. Being yourself is like a moment at the spa. It is a massage for the soul, a purification process that brings in oxygen and turns away age and wear. It is bliss and pure. So it seems like Spirit, it seems like you're holding on to this masculine because you're hiding yourself from who you could really be. I guess you're not accepting who you really are. Like, instead of seeing yourself in the mirror, it's like you are the mirror. So you're looking back at yourself. Like your reflection is looking back at you. It's like you don't know who you are. And you're scared to be who you are because your true self is, you're too exceptional. You're too complicated. You're too exceptional to be believed, and you believe that you are too much. That being your true self, it's almost like you lower the bar for the masculine. But you're probably too much for him. But you're scared to step in your power because you're just too much, you know? Like, you the shit, fam. You're too much. I don't know. I don't know if your masculine is less than you or whatever, or you know your situation. You know you're masculine. You know if you're on the same level. Not that that's anything wrong with it, because, you know, in every family, one of us could be a lawyer, one of us could be a doctor, one of us could be this, one of us could be that. Like, you don't know. So it is what it is. Somebody's always going to make more money. Someone's always going to have a different title. I can give two shits about a title, but yeah, whatever. But anyway, your second card is another one of the reasons why one of your attachments to the Divine Masculine is Envious Gluttony. And that's number 9, guys. Let's see what that is. Envious Gluttony. So it says you're in denial. You're going to the edge of the ravine, savoring the idea of letting go all restraint. So it says there is hunger sleeping just under the surface like an animal lurking. This card is not just dark, it is unpleasant, sickeningly disgusting. The difference in how we feel in front of a vampire as opposed in front of the writhing bugs, it's not an essential darkness that we can paint a romance, drama, and subtle anguish. It is raw, primal, reeking a rotting stench. It feels like there is darkness, and in the black landscape there is a hole, leading to an even greater darkness, and that is the calling. The urge is pressed down every time, played with, toyed with, treated like something that doesn't belong there. It's like rolling in the mud, bringing out the twisted, refreshing feeling of demeaning oneself. The key is that we don't want to recognize the depth of the envy and the anger. We cast it out of ourselves, and now it's truly a parasitic monster, impossible to accept as something that came out of ourselves. What if we bring light to the pitch dark well? What if the scary monster is just a scrawny, stark feeling? What if it's just a little thing, dark as tar indeed, but to be sorry of, not to be feared? So basically, it seems like you're holding on to something that's just unpleasant. And you're willing to suffer because of it. Like, you just love this person so much. Like, you're just willing to go through it. Because you're not recognizing yourself. You're not recognizing yourself. You feel starved, I guess, when you don't have this love. Or maybe you have this fear. You have this fear. I don't know. So you have this urge or something about every time he toys with you and plays with you and treats you like something that doesn't belong there. And, you know, and he says he's going to come and he doesn't. It's like it presses you down even more. But it pulls you to him even more. It's almost like his denial of you pulls you back to him, which puts you in the stage of denial, if that makes sense. Alright, guys, so your final card is, guys, this is deep. I told you this stuff is deep. Downcast Pride, 20. So I know I'm going to have to play this again and even listen to it for myself. Because sometimes you have to listen to it more than once to actually get it, you know. So downcast pride is depression. So the root of sadness and grief is deeper than the skin. The only delusion is the gray sky. Survival is a direct consequence adaptation. What we call adaptation is not the result of a subtle but constantly constructive change of ourselves, but rather a mockery of it. As we strip day by day of our dignity in order to avoid conflict with a world that would spread us apart, how can we endure this? Maybe through the power of responsibility or through a hidden core of identity. Sometimes we don't use the best part of us, but rather we draw from the ugliest. We survive and bend our knees because we draw out from our laziness, fear, and disgust. We let our deepest roots go dry, replaced by what we can only be called a surge of lack of self-esteem. We are eluded when we think that we are only sacrificing our pride. We cling to vanity, but we can't afford dignity. Isn't it sad? Honestly, the true delusion is our faith in fall and winter, while we discard spring and summer as fairy tales. The sky can change colors too. As long as we sometimes look up, we can notice. So Spirit is saying you're in depression over this masculine. Some of you, not all of you. Or that you have a surge of lack of self-esteem, like it comes and goes. Like sometimes you feel strong, sometimes you don't. And you cling to your vanity, like when the masculine isn't around, you look at yourself in the mirror, you say you're beautiful. You have to reinvent yourself. It's almost like you have a hidden core identity. So you just adapt. You just adapt to the situation, basically. You just adapt to what's going on around you and to what the masculine is offering to you at this time. So that's what draws you there. It's almost like his constant run is what makes you chase. But then also too, they say you're hiding your true self. It's almost like you're not even showing your masculine your true self, because it says here that you are a lot. You are too much. It's like you are just the cream of the crop. And then sometimes women we do dumb ourselves down. Sometimes for certain guys, just because you fall in love with them, you just do. And even now, like outside of tarot, now, like nowadays, like women today are just different. Like women are on their grind. Like women are doing it. Women are running the house, running the offices, running the boards. Like they're just doing it. And some of these men have fallen back. And I think that has caused a lot of insecurity in these men, especially if you've known your masculine for years and say you met him at a time when he was up and you were down, and then he probably didn't think you were anything, because they chase material, they chase money, they chase instant gratification. But then the tables turned, and then they see you, and you just kept growing and flourishing and this and that and doing your job, and now they're like, what the hell? Because you've become this, you became fucking Mothra, not a butterfly. You became Mothra from Godzilla, and they just can't believe it. I'm sorry, guys. I had to go big. I had to go big or go home, and Mothra's huge, So I think now some of these masculines are just insecure, guys. So ladies, stop dumbing yourselves down for these men. If that's what you're doing, if that's what we're doing, we need to stop it. We need to step into our powers. And if that means we lose that divine masculine in the process, then lose that divine masculine, ask spirit for another one, or ask spirit for a soulmate. Or just ask spirit for a man. Hell, just ask for a man. A good one. All right, guys. This was deep, but we needed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for joining me. Woo. And if you're passing through and you watch this video to the end, you might as well subscribe. You want to. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm waving. Bye.